Here is a review for our January checkpoint that we will have this week. Our first problem is a window pane problem. It says there are 5 birds in the nest. 6 more join them. How many birds are in the nest now? So we're going to highlight the question. And we get rid of how many. And we look for the important words. Birds are in the nest now. Those are the most important words. So when we say how many, we know how many is a number word. We want how many birds, the number of birds in the nest when, right now. Okay, so we go back to the story and we write it out. There are 5 birds in the nest. So we say who, birds, what, nest. And there are 5 of them. So we're going to draw 5 boxes. 6 more birds joined them. So if we have birds join, and we can draw 6 more, because join means to add. When you join, you make it bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you draw a line and a question mark, because we're going to put them together. So it wants to know how many birds are in the nest now. So we come over here and write our number sentence. We have 5 birds in the nest. 6 more joined, so we're going to plus. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 birds. That is an add. Did we add or subtract? We add. When we say add, we know it's a small word, and another word that means add is sum. We say our 2 numbers we added together, 5 and 6, and that's called put together. That is our action that we did. And there is our addition window pane. Oh, and we don't forget to go back and put our answer. We have 11 birds in the nest now. All right, number 2. How many pennies have the same value as a quarter? Okay, so we know a quarter, 1 quarter is 25 cents. And so I want to have the same value. So if I'm going to get to 25 cents, I need to know how many pennies. So each penny is 1 cent. So I would draw pennies until I get to 25 cents, which would be 25 pennies. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I need 25 pennies to make 25 cents. Go down to number 3. Juliana counted 2 pennies, 1 nickel, and 4 dimes. How much money does she have? So we're looking for the amount of money. We need to divide our coins to show the different amounts. These are all dimes. They're each worth 10 cents. These are nickels, and they're worth 5 cents. And these are pennies, and they're worth 1 cent. Knowing how much each coin is helps us to count them faster. Okay, these are all dimes, so they're going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. And we know this is a nickel, and we need 5 more. Okay, so if we're at 40, count 5 more, we get to 45. You can use the hundreds chart to help, or count up on your fingers, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And then we go pennies, 1 more. What comes after 45? 46, 47. And this is 47 cents. Number 4. Zachariah has 6 blueberries and he has 6 strawberries. How many blueberries and strawberries does he have? So, we highlight the question again. And we want to know how many blueberries and strawberries does he have? So, we want to know the number of blueberries and strawberries. So, we would go ahead and we would say Zachariah has 6 blueberries. Zachariah's blueberries, 6. He has 6 strawberries. Zachariah's strawberries. And then I want to know how many blueberries and strawberries. So if I want both of them, I know I have to put them together. And I also know 6 plus 6 is a double. So if I know my doubles facts, I can remember 6 plus 6 is 12. Or you can always count your boxes. How did I do it? This is an add. When I say add, I need to say sum. And I say my 2 numbers, 6 and 6. And this is called put together. Don't forget to go back, add your answer, 12 blueberries and strawberries. Next window pane is a little bit different. Linda has 12 red grapes. She has 5 green grapes. How many more red grapes are there than green grapes? So this is a special type of window pane because it says how many more. And we sing a little song. How many more means compare. How many more means match up. How many more means subtract. So we are comparing how much is more between red grapes are there than green grapes. Okay, the number more red grapes than green grapes. Okay, Linda has 12 red grapes. Linda's red grapes. Okay, and so there are 12. Now I already know we're comparing them, and so when we compare, it's very important to put the numbers inside the boxes because it helps us organize that we do not make a mistake when we match them up. So we have 12 red grapes. She has 5 green grapes. Linda's green grapes is only 5. So then we come over here and we draw our 5 boxes. So we have 5 and 12. Now I want to compare them to see how many more there are. So I go 1 goes to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5. And so this is how many more. Now I know that I get a smaller answer when I compare. And so we know that compare is a subtraction. And I know I started with my bigger number, which is 12. Subtract 5. And I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more red grapes than green grapes. Now, this is not adding. This is called subtract. And when I say subtract, I also need to say difference, because difference means subtract. And I need to say from blank, I subtracted 5 from 12. And then how? Compare. Or my action is compare. Alright, what's the value of each coin? So we should label it. That is President Roosevelt. This is a dime, 10 cents. The value is the amount. Okay, that's Monticello. We know on the back it also says 5 cents. And that is a nickel. This is a quarter. And on the quarter is George Washington, and he is 25 cents. Penny, 1 cent. And we have a little song for each. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents, I know that. Quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I am told. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. So those are our different songs that we have to go along with each one of them. Number 6 is another window pane. 12 students like Spider-Man. 7 like Batman. How many more children chose Spider-Man than Batman? So again, we're going to highlight. How many more? Oh, there's that more again. How many more means compare. How many more means match up. How many more means subtract. So I know how many more children Spider-Man than Batman. More children Spider-Man than Batman. Okay, so I have 12 students like Spider-Man. SS, students, Spider-Man. Now I know it's a compare, so I'm going to go ahead and draw my numbers in my boxes because I'm going to be matching them up to compare. 12. Okay, 7 like Batman. Students like Batman is 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to match them up. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. How many more? Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are more. That is my answer. So I got a smaller number, so I know I'm subtracting. I started with 12 as my big number, and then I subtracted 7, and I know my answer is 5. Again, it's a subtract, and I say blank from blank. These have to trade places, so I put 12, 7. I also say difference and compare. This is a compare problem. Number 7. What is 10 more than 34? So with number 7, the students will be allowed to use their 120 chart. They have this in their desk as well as markers to help them. So we start at a number 34. Okay, and sometimes we have learned the pattern of how the numbers work on a 100 chart, and sometimes we need a little more practice. So when we go 10 more, we know we're getting bigger, and we're going to count to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when we count to 10, we have 44. Some students can see that when we change the tens place from 3 tens to 4 tens, that is 10 more. But now we want to go 10 less. So the less numbers are towards the top, and we need to go backwards. So we're going to go back to 34 and count backwards 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I land at 24. Now we're going to erase so we can see better, because we're only going to go one more than 34. So we're going to go back to 34, but I'm only going to hop 1, which lands me at 35. And 1 less, 1 backward, will be at 33. Come down here to draw tallies. When we draw tallies, we draw them in groups of 5. So we know we need 23. So we're going to start by counting by fives. In count 5, we got 4 inside, and then we close the gate to make 5. That's 5 more, is 10. I can go another 5. Now we have 15, another 5, 20, and then 3 more, 20, 21, 22, 23. And there are my 23 tallies. It's very important when you draw tallies, 4 goes straight, and then 5 closes the gate. Number 9. Which two shapes make a rectangle? Okay, so you look at this rectangle, you see if I turn these shapes, if I put the triangle up here, would that make a rectangle? No. If I put these two together, would this make a rectangle? So if I turn this way, still not going to make a rectangle. But if I put the two squares together, I could make a rectangle. And I could check that by dividing the two squares to see that I could put two squares together to make a rectangle. So that is my answer. Number 10. Which number is greater than 112? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our tens and ones and hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Now, when we're comparing numbers, we look at the hundreds place. So we're going to go ahead and do that to all of our answer choices. Ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens. So, we look at the hundreds place. It also has 100. It's the same. So when the hundreds place is the same, we're going to go to the tens place next to look. I have 1 10, but this has no tens. So 0 tens is not going to be greater. So I can get rid of that one. B. It has 100, which is also the same as my number. But if I go to the tens place, I have 1 10 and 1 10, which is also the same. So let's check the ones place. I have 2 ones, but this one, B, has 9 ones. And I know that 9 ones is greater. So I'm going to put a check mark. I'm going to check my last one just in case. My last one has no hundreds. It only has tens. And I know anytime I have 100, it's going to be greater than any tens that I have. So this one doesn't have hundreds, so I'm going to go ahead and cross it out. My only possible answer is B. Which shape is not a polygon? Polygons have 3 rules. Polygons need to be straight. They have to have straight sides, 3 or more, because they have to be closed. You tell them if you can put your doggy inside and he doesn't run away, it's closed. And then the third rule is it has to be flat. It cannot be a 3D shape. Polygons are 2D flat plane shapes. So, we have to decide, is it a polygon or not a polygon? Is it straight? Yes. Is it closed? Yes. Is it flat? Yes. So, this is a P for polygon. Check this guy out. Is it straight? No. It breaks the first rule. It is not straight. It has curves on the corners. So, this is NP for not polygon. And then C. C is a rhombus. It is straight, it's closed, and it's flat. So it is a polygon. So which one is not a polygon? You would pick B. Which number is equal to 84? Again, we want to start with our tens and ones chart on all of our numbers. And we always are looking at the tens place. So we say we want the 8, 8, 4, 9. We always got to start in our tens place. But we're looking to a number that is equal. Equal means the same. So I'm looking for 8 tens. 8 tens, 8 tens, yes. 4 ones, 4 ones, yes. A looks good. Let's check B. 4, 8. No, that is not the same. 9 and 8. Nope, not the same. So my only good answer is A. Which number is less than 104? 104. And again, you would go through the same process of checking the ones, tens, and hundreds place. And you would label each one. And you would see, start in the hundreds. Well, all of the hundreds are the same in this problem. They all have 100, but I'm looking for one that is less. 0 tens, okay. 4, 2. Is 2 ones less? Yes. Let's double check. I have 2 tens, but here is 0 tens. 2 is not less than 0, so that will not work. And 1 10 is not less than 0 tens. So my only good answer is A. Look at the picture of the shoes below. How many shoes do they have in all? So we know shoes are in groups of 2. So we can count by 2. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And I have 14 shoes in all. Look at the picture of the feet below. How many toes do the feet have in all? So this one is tricky because we're talking about the toes, not the feet. So we know you could either count these 2 ways. If you consider each set of picture, you could count by tens, and you could say there are 10 toes in each picture. And you could go by 30, 40, 50, 60. You could also say each foot has 5 toes, and you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Either way, you get the same answer. But if you counted by 2s, just the feet, that would not give the correct answer. You got to make sure we're reading carefully, knowing that we're looking for the toes. Which number has 4 tens and 7 ones? Okay, so we're looking for 4 tens and 7 ones. We're looking for the number 47, which is letter C. Which number has 8 tens and 2 ones? Okay, 8 tens, 2 ones. That's the number 82. Letter A. Number 18. Look at the chart. What are the missing numbers? 10 less and 10 more. So again, we can use our chart, and we can go down to 64, find 64, and if you know that if you go less, that means to go up, so we're going to count 10 to get to 54. 54 is 10 less, but if you count 10 more after 64, you get to 74. $108. 10 less, 10 more. That gets a little tricky. So, go down here to 108. So we go 10 less, we go backwards. And we get to 98. Or 10 more, and we get to 118. I hope that helps prepare your child for our checkpoint coming up. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Any way I can help you. Thanks for watching.